Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds said Tuesday that she wants to amend the state constitution to allow former felons to reclaim their right to vote after serving their sentences. In her annual condition of the state address, Reynolds urged legislators to begin the process of revisiting the state constitution to override a section that governs the franchise for those convicted of a felony. The Constitution's current language prohibits convicted felons from voting for the rest of their lives unless their rights are restored by the governor. Reynolds, who has been governor since May 2017, has restored the rights of 88 former felons. So, if there's one thing I particularly expect Republicans that are in positions of power, whether they're in Congress or leading a state, equivalent to being a governor, is opposition to any kind of leniency for someone that's been behind bars at one point or another. But the fact that she's come out and restored these rights for 88 felons or former felons really convinces me that she might actually not just talk the talk, but walk the walk, because it's very easy to try and, appear to be a moderate or seem to be that way. But to actually go out and tell, these former felons, hey, you can vote again, with dozens and dozens of people, I have high hopes for this. The only thing I'm worried about is anytime there's a Republican that shows kind of a little bit of, again, leniency with laws relating to what is banned and prohibited, as relates to drugs or prison in general. There's this thing where voters will become convinced that that person is liberal because they side with what appears to be Democrats on this issue. If you look at for example, I mentioned a while back that Dana Rohrabacher, who was a right-wing Republican, supported marijuana legalization. And then one day I was on, I think, Twitter, and I looked up his name, and someone was calling him a rhino because he supported, they cited that particular policy, but they completely ignored that he had voted with Trump on everything else he could. The House version to repeal Obamacare. We can get into the whole record, but the point is, voted with Trump overwhelmingly and was still called, a Republican in name only. It's just they put up these litmus tests where if you don't agree with every single thing that the majority of your party agrees with, you're not a real member. So I hope that she does. I hope she doesn't face political consequences. We'll see. It's just a good sign, and I'm glad that we have at least one member of that party trying to make giving people their basic right to participate in democracy a bipartisan issue.